Okay, let's review with a walkthrough of the first exercise on reviewing the existing PyProcessBook displays. I'll start by opening up the ProcessBook folder, and in this folder we have our two subfolders, Flynn and IT. I'll start with the IT folder, and then we will open up the .pdi file in this folder. So here in this display, we see the statistical and performance information for our data archive. Next, we will open up the Visual Basic editor using the icon at the top, and then click on this display below our VBA project. Here we can see there is some VBA code in this display. The top portion of the code updates date and time information and displays it in the header of the display. The bottom portion of code sets some display properties, such as setting scroll bars and maximizing the window. Okay, I'll close out this Visual Basic Editor window to go back to the PyDataArchive monitoring display, and we can go ahead and answer the set of questions for this display. First, we want to know how many unflushed events are in the write cache. The write cache information is in the upper right portion of the display, and we can see there are currently about 1,146 unflushed events. The point count in the base subsystem will be in the purple portion of the display, and we have 1,726 points in our data archive. The approximate peak of the PyServer CPU over the last 20 minutes will be in the middle of the purple area of the display. We have the current value and a trend of the last 10 minutes of the CPU usage. I'll double-click the trend to expand it to full screen. Since our time range is 10 minutes, I'll use the minus button to expand it to 20 minutes. Here, I can see the peak is about 6%. I can also pull out a trend cursor to see the corresponding timestamp of the peak. I'll double-click the trend again to minimize it, and I'll close out of this display and go back to the ProcessBook folder and open the Flynn folder. Here we have a set of 5 PyProcessBook displays. We want to start with the PG Flynn Home display. And here we have a home page with buttons to link to the other 4 displays. The first question is, what is the penstock flow at Flynn 2? So we will want to click Plant View to open that display to get that information. And here we have information about the selected plant. So we can use the Element Relative Display window to select Flynn 2, and we can look at the penstock flow. For Flynn 2, that is going to be 36.6 meters cubed per second. Next, we want to know which generation unit has the highest power generated. So we can go back to Home using the Home button, and then go to the generation unit display. This gives us a view of one of our generation units with statistical information. We want to know power generated, which will be in the top middle of the display. So we'll click through each of the generation units and see which has the highest power generated. Looks like currently generation unit 1 has the highest power generated with 4.86 megawatts. Which generator has the lowest oil level? For this question, we are going to go to the generator display. And we want to look at the oil level next to the bar symbol here. Again, similar to the last question, we are going to click through each generator to see which has the lowest oil level, and generator 4 has the lowest level at 32.5 liters. The last question is what is the approximate peak water pH intake at the GU3 turbine in the last 8 hours? So we are going to go to the turbine display from this display using the turbine button and select GU3 turbine in the element relative display window. On the right, we can see the current value of the water pH intake. If we hover over that value, we can see the summary statistics over the last 8 hours, which shows the maximum as 7.43. If you have any questions or ran into any issues with this exercise on exploring our Pi process book displays, please share in the following poll.